we got this big old Fuzion in here. Just give you kind of a rundown on what we got so far. Still a caulking on there. I think this is why I come in anyways. I got snagged up on a tree. Tore the roofing. Those are supposed to be vents. Right there, that's what they're supposed to be. But unless you have something from the bottom pulling air up, or so air can draw up, it's not going to vent at all. It's just useless. It's a marketing ploy. Plumbing. Take these lids off. Just what we got right now. More plumbing over there. We got die core stuff. Don't look like it's stuck to that too well. I mean, you have to roll it. There's the actual product itself, but that should have adhesive really stuck to it right there. Some of it sticks, some of it don't. A couple more problems right here in the AC and over here. You see, wow, look at there. It's a lot of caulking. Looks like we got a double stripper on here, and one up here and one here. So, yeah, that's what it is. There's this one here. I think someone might have put that in there because they figured it might have been leaking. But that's about us. You see that gasket in the front? Yeah, the water can get right in there. That little foam gasket, water can get right up underneath that thing. Just hit. Water can get right up underneath this thing. He needs another foot down there. They're trying to. What we're trying to do, all that yelling is about, is try to adjust this. We're protecting the awning so we don't get anything on it. They didn't hear me say quiet on the set when we were getting the camera to roll. Yeah. But that's about us on the Fuzion, so we'll keep you updated. You can tell my voice, I think I'm coming down with a cold, but that's how much dedication I have here. I just keep trooping on. We'll be back more with our big Fuzion. I'll work on this big old Fuzion right here. So we got the roof off here. We'll take those out. I think I already explained about those fake roof vents. But what we're noticing, we took this shoulder off. Look at the dip in this one panel. That is quite a bit. That is quite a bit. So we're trying to investigate, see why it's like that. The other, all the way down there, doesn't seem so bad. It's got a little bit of waviness, but not nearly like this. So we're gonna pop this panel loose and see what's going on and see why it is that much of a drop on there. You don't have a tape on you, do you, by any chance? Yeah. Well, let's see. We got 2-inch tape here. This will give an idea where we're at. This is 2-inch tape. Try to give you an idea. So to me, it looks like it's probably a little over, probably about an inch. Probably about an inch. So, because you can clearly see under it. Maybe I can get a good angle for you. But anyhow, you got my point. Oh, you got one? Okay, you got one. Just want to see how big of a drop we got there. We can get this tape. We can just hop up there maybe and take a quick measurement. Give us an idea. Try not to stand on it so we don't amplify it. Yeah. Oh man, I was dead on when I said that earlier. About 3/4 of an inch. It's right about an inch. It's a 7/8. So that's quite a bit. That's what we're doing. We are going to investigate that, and we'll be back with more on this big old Fuzion. Which, ironically, if you watch another video in another week or two, there's another Fuzion sitting out there. We'll have two of them. So we got the piece out. Look at that bowl of spaghetti right there, huh? All jumbled up. The wire coming out, looped around here, this one around here, that one around there, on there. This one looped back in itself. This one's looped back around. There's another one the same way right there. Going around there. So we think we found the culprit. If you look at this one, it has a little belly to it right in here on this truss. That one's got a little bit more crown to it, more camber than this one. So we're gonna strengthen this up and get that out of there. And we'll check it on both sides, but that's what we were looking at. We'll, after we get rid of this. Now what they also had on here is this aluminum underneath here. This isn't really gonna do much good at all. It isn't gonna do much good. The whole idea of it is to reflect UV light, but when you sandwich it all down like that and there's no cavity in there between the foil, this is supposed to be face down, and then there's supposed to be a cavity, like a 3/4 inch cavity right here, like this much anyways, to be able to work efficiently. If it's all tight and squashed like that, it doesn't really work. It doesn't do anything. If it does, put it this way, it'd be so minimal, I wouldn't say it's really working. But so look at that bowl of spaghetti there. All right. So we're, like I said, we're gonna fix these here. Looks like we got a little bit of a sag right in here a little bit. You know, you can see it there. And then, like I said, this one here is definitely sagged right there. And what causes some of that is when they assemble these and put them together, like you got a knot right there, and that's gonna take some strength away. And the same with that one right there, it'll take some strength away. So like I said, we're gonna probably put some wedges in there and tighten them up, and then we're gonna, if I can, put a stretcher going across to carry the load. I'll do that too, but with all those wires, I'm not gonna start meddling around with that for sure. I'll stay out of that, because these ones go around this way, that one around that way, so I don't think I'll be able to get anything in there to pull it. So I'll maybe have to just do the wedge deal and have it stay back about here somewhere, just to kind of give it some strength. So the other side didn't look so bad, just this one here. So, well, we shall show you our progress momentarily. Okay, back at our Fuzion. So this is the one that was sagged out, so we made this truss. Then what we did is we made a key down there. Okay, it laps. Then it'll sit here. We're gonna fasten those together. Then we're going to lace them together with these on the side. And that'll come down to here, and we'll staple and glue it all together. And it should be good to go. Same over there. We got another piece over there. So, but what my craftsman failed to do is to supply a notch right here. So we're gonna notch that out, drop it on there, and then you can see how that one goes on there. Ta-da! Okie doke. This is back at our Fuzion. So this is the one we have in trouble with. It kind of bellied in. It was really compromised. This one seemed okay, that seemed okay. It was just this one. The ceiling had dropped down a little too, so we went inside, jacked it up. We laced it together. This is one big piece. This is one big piece that we locked in down there. It's all locked in. And then we put, this is basically a gusset. And you put it on here, everything's all glued, put back together. It's as strong, if not stronger, than what we did. You can see all the glue coming out of it there, all the adhesive. So we got all that leashed together. Then we stapled it. So see how this one is right here? This piece is solid. It goes all the way here like that. It's solid. That's what. And then we just drilled a hole. It's one solid piece. And then the same down there, it's solid. But see how you have a gap right there? Well, this one would be solid, just enough for the wires to run through, and then you have a lap joint right there. That laps over it. So it's all nice and tight. You can't get any stronger than this. Like I say, it's as strong, if not stronger, the way it's all leashed together. So here's our repair. Now we get some decking on it, roofing. Get the roofing on here. So we're ready to rock and roll. We obviously put the insulation back and so forth. So, all right, be back with more on our Fuzion. Here's our Fuzion update. All right, we got one side of this roof glued. We're gonna end up pulling that other side back. It's over there. We got our strips under here. You'll see them when we do it. That's a balancing roller that I designed. Balances the sheet out before you hit it with this big old heavy roller. That's what it does. And then it just keeps it more flat. So that's but then like I said, we'll end up rolling that back, and he's gonna get this big roller up here and roll it on there. This is a big roller right here that we got going. A big mammoo. So that first roller that I showed you, I blurred out there. The first roller, what that does is balance it out. Now this one will pack it down. That'll be tight. So obviously you can see, like, we don't have any holes cut. We got right here, right in that area there is the vent. And then there's another one for an AC and so forth. That may be the AC. But anyhow, we block all those so we don't fall through them. It's easier, it makes the roof sit better. And then we'll go back and just pop them out, and then we'll put the curves on and so forth. So now, if your roof does stink for a short period of time, it may be because Chris has been wearing those same socks for what, 3 days now?
Yeah, well,
4 days?
It goes inside out.
Yeah, you go inside out. It's a fresh pair when you go inside. That is our Fuzion. Not to be confused with this Fuzion. Got its twin brother over there. Hey, so we got the roof down. We already showed you that. Then what we do is, there's your curb. Those are the ones we made. And then what we do is we just screw them down. So they're all fastened in there. All right, they're not going anywhere. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to clean them all up. That's what we're doing over here. We're going to weld them in there. Once those are all welded in, then we put the vents on and get everything all set that way. That's what we're doing right now. We're just giving you a little update. So we got most everything done in here. And we'll find the plumbing's here too. We got it marked out. We'll find it. And we'll just put the plumbing in there. Something else we do is, you see inside there's a panel. Just a little piece of plywood, real thin. We put that in there so we don't get debris and different things in there. We just don't want to mess up anybody's coat. So we put them in all of them and make sure they're all set. Then when we're ready, we'll go back in and we'll take them out and put the garnishments in. There you go. Okay, so now we're just welding these here down. I already welded this side. I should probably show you over on this side here then. You see, that isn't welded. We gotta get the heater in there. Now that we got it welded, we want to make sure it's welded well. What we do is we have a checker tool, just kind of pull it along here. It's still kind of warm, so like right there. That's where we want to make sure we get some heat in there. There you go. Then we go back and we got an edge on there. You can see that little bit of an edge. Now on a commercial end, they'll probably leave that, but I really like it. I like it to look nice and clean. Then we go back, kind of set this bead down. That's what I started to do over there when we first started this. That's it. So this whole thing is all done. The same thing. Take the checker tool and you drag it along. So we'll get all that we'll be back with more on our Fuzion. This is our Fuzion update. We've got her done. There's our brand right there, RVRoofInstall.com. September 2018. We've got this done. Come out looking great. Got all our stands in the back of our AC. All those curbs are all heat welded down. Even like this ladder. If you remember the ladder, it just had the feet that go to the end of this, the base, and they put screws in it and slather with caulking. This isn't going to leak. These are always going to stay flexible like that. We got our flashing detail in the front of the ACs. You can probably faintly see, I'm trying to see if I get that light to shine the strips underneath there. We already showed you all that as well. Covers on the vents. You want to have covers on there. There's a few things. You can open the vent up in the rain. That's a plus. It also is bigger than the vent, so it sheds water. That's a plus. Thirdly, it keeps UV light off of the caulking and the sealant that's under there. That's a plus. We got 3 pluses there. We've got our boots all welded in here, same thing. Those are done very similar to the ladders right there. So it has the same portable sealer that's in there. We've got all that. Curbs again, all put in there. And we've got our base right here for our antenna. Same thing with the ACs. Everything's all set. It's done. Got a couple of strikes of caulking on the side here. We got them on the front as well. Got 2 strikes that go along there from side to side. Gutters on there. Everything's done. It is looking snazzy. I think snazzy is the word. I know groovy used to be one. One around the lights. One around the lights. Kind of giving you an overview here. So this is a 60 mil GAF Everguard Extreme. Same product you're going to find on a hotel, restaurant, office building. 3 inches of weld right here. That is 3 inches. So we weld all the way from there out. So that'd be a heck of a water drop trying to get in on that. That's for sure. Then the sealant that we use, this isn't that dyed core lap sealant. None of it is. It's an adhesive, a structural adhesive sealant. It's like liquid nails on steroids, designed to be outside. So if you're looking at the roof and you notice a little bit of, I don't know, bumpiness maybe, there's a little bit, you may be able to see if the camera's picking it up. That's just the roof deck underneath there. That's all it is. So it's not an issue at all. And you see we got a protective strip. You may be able to faintly see it right here. We've got our protective strip because there's that aluminum piece on here. And if you remember, there was staples and everything in there. We want to cover all that. We want to protect that main roof. So that's us. So subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're on our YouTube, you subscribe, and you can see more information on our website, there are links to our YouTube there. You can also go to our Facebook, and you can read some reviews. A lot of information about roofs. I know these are expensive to do. You don't want to do them twice. That's why we take the time to address the problems, get them fixed correctly, so you don't have any issues. So all these customers have to do is bring them back. I'll inspect this. You know, my team will inspect this here. And anything it needs, if it needs a touch up here at all, anything it needs, we'll take care of it. You don't have to keep reaching into your back pocket and pulling that wallet out for every little thing you need on the roof. This is done. It's a complete system. So if in the event you did get something that punctured this, like a tree branch, well, we can take the same material, probably in white, that we use for the curbs, and we can heat weld a patch on there. You'd be done with it. So now we put this on here for a couple of reasons. One, we're real proud of the roof systems we put on. Nobody does this roof system. This is something that, you know, we designed ourselves, but nobody puts it on. The other thing is, I put the month and I put the year on there. I do that on purpose so I can see how this roof is functioning. I want to make sure you're getting your dollar's worth. If this does not, if it starts to fail, we'll say in 12 years, or 15 even, and it's premature failure, meaning it's something that shouldn't be failing. Everything fails in time, but if it looks like it's failing before its time, now I've already got it labeled and marked, and I can get a rep out here to take a look at it if it's something we can't figure out, and they'll take care of it. It's that simple. So we appreciate you watching. Like I said, there's plenty of information on our website, rvroofinstall.com, and if you have any questions, you can give us a call, 423-475-7663. That's 423-475-ROOF. Thanks for watching.